Good evening.
Dismantle it again and take it back. So the transportation and for the material solar panel and battery start with you can see them the at least the quality and use that is you can see them the market. So I don't give it in a very simple way. If not
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good evening, Bakare. Good evening, Samuel. Good evening, Divine. Please let me know if you can hear me.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. You're welcome. It's so great to see everyone here today. So we're just going to get right into the program. First of all, I want to congratulate everyone again for successfully completing your training in the Terra Skills Tech Bootcamp. And over the past 3 months, you all have gone through an incredible journey that's been filled with so much growth, so much learning. You've experienced new things, you've mastered new skills, and it's truly a tremendous thing to accomplish and to go through. We've seen you all progress from day one. You started out eager to learn, and now 3 months later, you are equipped with the knowledge and the confidence you need to take on the tech world. And so you've all done an amazing job. Congratulations to you all. Now, to get into the nitty-gritty of why we are here, this workshop is the final piece of the puzzle. And so we are here to really discuss how you can secure a remote job. And this is a topic that is not only timely, but it's especially in the time that we are in. Remote offers flexible access to international opportunities. And it also gives you the chance to define your career on your own terms. And so this session will give you the tools that you need to stand out in this competitive job market. And it will help you take the next step in your professional journey. And so without further ado, I would like to introduce our guest speaker, Mr. Wills Ubu. He's an expert in navigating the remote work landscape, and he has helped many professionals secure positions in global companies. and his insights will be valuable to us this evening as you hear him speak. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Wills. Mr. Wills, if you're here, can you just signify? So Mr. Wills he will be joining us in a few minutes.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Good evening.
Good
Hello.
evening. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
I don't know. I can't hear you guys from here, but I hope you guys can hear me.
Please, if
Okay. Now, so you guys can hear me. Okay. I can see that you guys can hear me. So we'll probably proceed. In all, my name is Will Sobu. I am a product designer and also of Design Gate. It's an important workshop, and we're going to be taking a look at how to secure a remote job. But I think I will need to share my screen so we can all be on the same page. Let me go ahead and share my screen. So I think So like I said, it all begins with your goal. Okay? It all begins with your goal. Defining how and who you want to work for is the key. Okay? You don't want to leave everything to chances, or you don't just want to wake up and start applying. Do not get who you want to work for. That is the most important thing. Okay, background voices, I don't think I have any background voice here. I don't know. Is there no noise canceling feature here?
So
there
you go add all this all together and I
should be a noise canceling feature on. I don't know. Is the background noise too much? Nobody's actually talking here. I don't know. Can the host take a look at that? Unfortunately, no one is talking here. Maybe from the hosts. Is there any other person that is not on mute? Okay. I'm trying to see if I can. I don't know. Okay, I'm coming, guys. Okay, can you guys, I don't know. It's probably not from here, and I also can't hear anyone, so it's difficult for me to even know where the sound is coming from. Let's see. Okay, I think we have Usman. Usman, let me mute Usman. Okay, let me mute Salako. Okay. Okay, I think okay, can you guys hear me clearly now?
Yes, sir.
Is the background better now? Is the sound better now? Please, someone should reply
Yes.
on the chat. Okay, great. I think I muted some of the participants. Okay, so like I was saying, it all begins with your goal. So if you want to do remote work, right, it all begins with your goal. So you need to know exactly what you want to do. So you know how I also have strategy in everything you want to do. Apply strategy. If not, without any form of very, you need to understand, okay, what do you want to do? Freelance? Do you want to do full-time, or do you want to do part-time? Now, in some cases, you might want to start with freelance while looking for full-time options. Okay, so you might want to do freelance while looking for full-time options. You might also do part-time so that you can actually do freelance options, right? You can also decide to do full-time while on the side doing some freelance, depending on your strength, depending on what you want to really do. So you want to actually ask whether do you want to do freelance, full-time, or part-time. Answering this question will go a long way to helping you when it comes to choosing what you really want to do. Okay, so I don't know if you have any question, drop it right in the comment section and I'll do well to answer that question. Does anybody have a question so far? Any question? Okay, great. So I'll proceed since there are no questions. So like I said, before you talk about anything that has to do with remote job, achievement, work, and creativity. Now, when it comes to yeah, so we are getting there soon. Abdul Malik, we'll get there soon. Okay. In the next 3 minutes, we should be there. So, but again, when it comes to applying, you need to put these things in place. Okay. One thing with tech job is that tech job is all about show, not say. People don't care about what you say about the job. People want to see what you've done on the job. Are you getting it? And that's why in the tech space, it is not a space where you see people, you know, asking for so much experience, right? So that's the advantage of a portfolio, because your portfolio will show the potential the potential clients that, okay, this is what you can do. And some people are always confused when it comes to, you know, experience. Sometimes they're also helpless. But here is the thing: if you just come to training, okay, I'll give you guys some tips. So you want to make sure your portfolio and CV is very good. And I think TerraSkills offers a portfolio and CV review service. So you can reach out to them by the end of this class to see how to make sure your CV and your portfolio is professionally done, so that when you apply, you are sure that, okay, when you go through, when the ATS machine goes through your CV, is able to make sure that it picks your CV and you land an interview. And when the interviewer goes through your portfolio, they see something tangible enough to give them that impression that they should hire you. Okay, like I said in the tech world, it's all about show, not talk. You don't talk. Everybody can talk, but only few people can actually show work. So let's start with the first one. So it's actually a very straightforward thing. So where to find them? Like someone said, where can we find this job? But like I said again, it's important, okay? It's important to know what you want to do. Do you want to do freelance? Do you want to do full-time? Do you want to do part-time? Defining this ahead of time will help you create a strategy, okay? It's going to help you create a strategy. So where to find them depends on what you want to actually do. The first one, which to me is the most effective for most of the jobs I've gotten outside the country, these were basically some of the things I did, okay? Number one, like I said, is direct applications or proposals. So these proposals, in most cases, are unsolicited. Now, ideally, you should have like a company you want to work with. So if you are here today and you don't have an idea of the kind of company you want to work for, it's going to be a little bit difficult for you setting up a strategy, okay? Everything in life is all about strategy. So if you don't have an idea of the kind of people or the kind of company you want to work for, it's just going to be difficult to come up with a strategy. For instance, if you are a product designer, you can say, okay, I sincerely, because I have passion in health, I want to work with a health brand, right? Now, what that does for you is saying you want to work with a health brand, you can tailor your portfolio around health-related designs. Maybe if you have like 3 designs, 5 designs, 10 designs on your portfolio, you can have 5 hover around health. Now, when you have 5 hover around health, you can now use the other 5 to just showcase some designs. Maybe you showcase some website design. You can also showcase, I think some people want to join. I need to find a way to let these people in. Okay, sorry, 1 minute. Okay. I think I've clicked on admit all. I think people are joining. Okay. Like I said, okay, like I said, this is why I'm almost losing my line of thought. That's why I don't want to be accepting. Okay, that's fine. I'm trying to remember where I left. I think I was talking about direct application and proposals. So you have to define the people you want to work with and make sure your portfolio is around that area. Again, if you're into product design, I'll use product design a lot as an example today because I'm a product designer and also a web designer, right? But it applies to almost all tech skills because all tech skills require what? Portfolio. So if you want to work with a Web3 platform or Web3 brand, you can tailor your skill, your portfolio to Web3 designs, okay? If you're a technical writer here and you want to start writing for Web3 technologies, on your portfolio, show some writings that has to do with Web3. This will further solidify your knowledge and authority in that space. But if you are just, hovering around, you are everywhere, you might not really get exactly because if you send out a lot, you are not the only one sending, right? Other people are sending to. When they scan through, they will likely look for someone that is very close to what they are doing because a lot of companies don't want to spend more time retraining people after hiring them, right? Instead, they want to spend more time on the person actually working. So where I'm going to explain these things, then we'll now take it step by step, visiting some of the websites you can use for all these things. Okay, but I want you guys to understand the whole idea behind remote work. Remember, remote work is work. Remote work is not free money. A lot of the time, people think remote work is free money. Remote work is not free money. So you have to really understand this thing. And you have to know the kind of companies you want to work for. Now, am I saying you should be too constrained to a particular kind of job? The answer is no. But you want to build your strategy around something. You can't be everywhere at the same time. Okay? If you are a digital marketer, what kind of companies, what kind of brands do you want to work with? Even if you don't have an experience, you can look for a brand that does similar thing, right? And create a case study for them based on that. If you are also a digital marketer, you want to showcase your social media skills. Don't wait until you get a job before you start. You can create a page right now and start implementing everything you've learned. You can start promoting the page. Now, if it is a health platform, a health social media platform, you want to work with health platforms, create a health social media account today. Go and create a page about health, and you start promoting them, creating content for that page. In fact, at a point, the page might actually grow to a point where you might not even need the remote job again, because you might start getting money from people that want to do adverts. But remember, that's not the goal. The goal is for you to get job, right? But you have to find something doing. You don't sit if and we just told you it is the biggest decision. So it's not free money. I'll walk you through this. I don't know who is sending a message. I don't know, iPhone 2. I don't know who it is. Who is it? Social is very important that you start immediately or during while you are taking your course, completed your course. It's fine, but you have to do social networking. The only tips I'm going to be giving you on social networking is how to do your social networking well. Oftentimes with designers, what I see most designers do is, as they finish learning, they create designs, they put the designs, maybe they post it on Twitter, and then they come back to their learning community and start, asking everyone, please help me engage this post, help me engage this post. The truth of the matter is, whether they engage your post or not, it will do nothing, right? At most, because they are designers. Your fellow students are not going to be the one to patronize you. So they are designers. Chances are when they retweet, it's also going to be seen by other designers. And you all are looking for the same money. Are you getting it? So most times you have to you have to be strategic. For instance, sometimes what I do, although we'll get to this place where I share these tips, sometimes what I do, since I'm a designer, right? I join networks, like I work with SMEs most of the time. So as a designer that I work with SMEs most of the time, what I do most of the time is to join groups for business people, SME groups. Right? If there's any group where they're talking about, for SMEs, maybe where they sell things, you also join. As you join, you're also dropping some tips. As you're dropping some tips, sometimes you can also now introduce yourself that you also do designs. And those are the people that will patronize you, right? You only follow designers. You join design social networks. If you're a designer, you join those networks to improve and also know where the market is. But these are not necessarily the people that will give you a job. So you have to always know why you are in a particular community. If not, you are going to be confused. Are we together? So after we take a look, after I've given you tips on social networking, we'll finally take a look at platforms. Again, like I said, after the training, you have to make sure you take a look at your CV and work on your portfolio. For those of you that did product design, make sure you work on your project, reach out to me so that we can review your portfolio and your project and set up your portfolio in a way that makes sure that it is appealing to employers. If it is not appealing, nothing for you. except by the mercy of God. Okay. Then you have platforms. So platforms are basically job boards where you can go, and when you go there, you are likely going to see some opportunities and you are going to apply. I will also show you tips on how to apply for things like this. Okay. And for those of you that want to go through the route of freelancing, okay, I think you can always reach out to the admin. We are going to be having some forms to share with you guys, some documents to share with you guys, things like contract agreements. Okay, so all you have to do is to tweak it to match what you want, because if you really want to go through the route of freelancing, you need to understand some of these things, you know, contract agreements, receipts and invoicing. So it's business. You need to understand some of those things. So without much ado, before I proceed further, do you have any questions based on what I've said? You can I don't flowing together. Any question? Oh, okay. So question. So after this, we'll now talk about, let me see what we have next. After this, we'll now talk about portfolio and CV optimization, application techniques, and interview techniques, okay? It's very important. So let's proceed now. The first thing we want to take a look at is direct application. Like I told you guys, this is the one I do most of the time. So if you are looking for a job, okay, this platform is usually the last thing you probably want to resort to. Small, medium enterprise. That's the meaning of SME. Small, medium enterprise. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm trying to bring in my browser here and share the screen again.
I'm fine, sir. No sleep. How? Like you change to someone else that is handling. Yes, yes. I'm on leave. Oh. I have to come and see him because the parent.
Guys, I'm trying to get my browser to share the screen so that we can start the practical. Okay, I think I've gotten it. Okay. I don't know, can you guys see my new screen? Yes. Okay, let's see the voice. I think that should be the iPhone too. Let me mute. Okay, can you guys see the new screen? Okay. Now, I hope you guys are writing this down, okay? Make sure you are writing this down. Before you start applying for a job, please and please make sure you have your CV, portfolio, cover, and your portfolio and your pitch. Okay? That's a portfolio and CV, your CV and your portfolio, your CV, as well as your pitch. This will make it easier for you. If not, you'll just be wasting so much time. The pitch is just a short intro about you and why you think you'd be good for the company. Okay? Now you have to have these things ready. If you don't have them ready, it's going to be confusing for you. And so these are some of the techniques that we're entering into now. Okay, like I said, you need to have your CV and cover letter, your portfolio, and then your kind of intro. Because if you are reaching out to someone, you need that intro, and you don't want to always, explaining the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. So if you have it written down somewhere, is to now, like I said, you determine where you want to work. So the first one is the direct one that I've said, the direct approach, right? So in this direct approach, what you want to do is when you know the kind of companies you want to work for, you probably want to come to Google and search for those kind of companies. That's just the reality. Now, let's assume I want to work for a SaaS company. Okay. I can choose what type of SaaS company do I want to work with. I can say something like HR SaaS companies in the US. Now, if you think the US is quite large or you want to try somewhere, you can try in Germany, you can try in Romania. Also, when you are trying, you want to do a little research on how much the expectation is in those countries before you go and apply to another Nigerian company. Okay. Okay, we'll get to good resume writing very soon. I think we have about 20 to 25 minutes more for this class. So we'll definitely get there, okay? Now, I'm showing you guys practical, okay? Practical step. But like I said, the first thing, you want to know the kind of companies you want to work for. So this is what I do most of the time, okay? So if you type in HR SaaS companies in the US, also, you might probably come across, maybe you've seen them on Instagram or Twitter and you just like them and want to work with them. That is, I will come to that part first. But if you just want to do your direct application, okay, this is what you probably want to do. There are different types of company. If it is health, anything you want to do like this, okay? And I'll be giving you this example from a designer's point of view, but it's really for all the other you probably want to take a look at. Are you getting it? It's probably the same thing. It's probably the same thing that you probably want to do. Something was downloaded. So it's probably the same thing for something you want to do. Okay. So if you come here, I can now open this one. Let's open this. Let's open this one, Zendesk. Okay. Let's also see this one, HROIS Consulting Services. So you can see a lot of them, Gusto, Rippling, Bamboo, and the rest of them. But it depends on how many you want to search. But this works for everything, okay? It's the same process you want to use.
We're not seeing the screen.
How can I? Okay, good. Now I come to this website right now. I agree. One thing I probably want to do is to read about the company. And here I can see it is their landing page. Okay, this is a landing page that I clicked on for a campaign they are currently doing. So if you look at if I look at URL, so as a tech person, you should know of these things. You look at see it has this long list of stuff right here. Okay, so you want to go ahead and just click on this logo. So it takes you to cpower.com. So you come here, and the next thing you want to do is to scroll down to the footer. Most cases you find it under the footer. Okay, now you want to look for under where they have careers. Okay, you want to go and search for careers. Now, if you search for careers, you are going to see now, you need to most contract and full-time work, or contract, full-time, and internship. This is not freelancing, or except it depends on what you are pitching, Sha. So here I can go to open view or location, so I can see what they're actually looking for right now. I think they only have enterprise business development representative, and this is not also remote. Okay, so I forgot to add remote. Okay, so you want to focus your keyword that is what you want. Now, let me come here. Of course, these people are not hiring a designer right now, and I can see most of the hiring here location is within their country. Okay, so I'm going to leave this some time. And already see what can be done as a designer. If you are a writer, you should look at what can be done to make this better. If you're a digital marketer, you should know what can be done to make this particular place better, this particular business better. And you can design or create a proposal and send to this email, right? Send it to this email. So that's what I do most of the time. And that's, if you also do it, it's going to help in most cases. So even if you don't see a job opening for what you want to do, okay, sorry guys, let me admit some people. Okay, let me see. Let me mute their mic so they don't. Is anybody's mic on? Okay, someone's mic is on. Okay, good. So even if they are not currently opening for that job, but I prefer people that are opening for the job. But for me personally, if I wanted to work with these people, I have enough reason to send them an email. Okay, I can just do like a simple, for a product designer. What I can just do is take a look at this analysis of what I can do to improve the website if I should join their team. Then I'll send it this email. So that's the first one. You can apply direct without looking. You can see right now they're not looking for a designer. But if I send in a proposal and they go through it and find out that, oh, we might actually want this, they will reach out. Now, some cases, they might not actually reach out immediately. But if you do something like this, whenever, because the person that's going to read your email is different from when they are setting up like a HR team to start hiring. Are you getting it? When you send in emails like this with a great proposal, right? You are going to be placed on a special basket. So a special pool, a special talent pool. Whenever they are looking for talents in your area, they will definitely consider you first. Okay. And this is something that not a lot of people are doing. Although very soon it will cast. Okay. And this one here, okay, this is Zendesk. Okay, so I can go to Zen. Now you can see this is also a landing page. So let me go to zendesk.com. I don't want to get in touch. Oops. So this is zendesk.com. Let me cancel everything and go to zendesk.com. Okay. So this is actually a big company. So you scroll down. Now the reality is I don't always look out for all these bigger companies. If you're just starting out, leave big companies. You can go for smaller companies that will easily take a look at your CV. So again, if you come here, you can see careers. Okay, you can see careers. Now, if you don't want to use Google, you can also use something like Instagram. Instagram is a great place to search for businesses, or LinkedIn. Okay, you use them, you search for businesses, small businesses that might be of interest to you. From their social media pages, you get to their website. Don't ever send some of these kind of messages on social media. With what Instagram is doing now, if you send someone a message on Instagram, they are likely not going to see it, especially if they are businesses. It won't get to them direct, and you might not be the only one. So most of the time, explore other channels such as, Instagram. Explore other channels such as emails or LinkedIn. I'll also show you another way you can actually find all these things. So if I come here now, I can see they have this thing that says search jobs. Okay. So if I come here, I can now come in here. Okay. So like I said, it's a big company. I'm not sure they have. Okay. Let me see. Search from the list below. So I'm not seeing it here. So I think I'll go back and okay. More jobs. Okay. Remote. So we have about 148 position here, remote. Okay. So you see how I was able to filter that remote. If you want job type here, I can say, is it fixed term or regular? So we have regular at 144, fixed term, they are like contracts. Then job category, you can now choose the job category. You can see data and analytics, customer support, engineering and product, which is where someone like me is going to click on. Digital marketing, you can see marketing right here. And these are all um, front end engineer. Yeah, okay, it's never blah, 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 okay. I'm supposed to be under this. Let's put professional products. Okay, let's just search for design. We can do design. Okay, the only thing they have related to design. So they don't have anything that has to do with product design or anything. So what I might want to do is to also just look for another website. But again, like I said, if you want, you can actually reach out to people that work within here. If you don't have their email, just like the way people wrote their email here, you won't see it everywhere. So you might want to reach out to people around here, or find a way to send an email to their support emails. If you try something like, since this is careers, you might try something like careers@zendesk.com, but you need to use an email validator to validate if the email is even working before you send in that mail. And one thing I like doing again is, as you are applying, you want to be taking record of people you are applying to, so that if you get a feedback, you note them. If you don't get a feedback, you can give them a space of like 2-3 months, then you apply again if you really want to work with them. Okay, let me take a look at this one. Rock Crests. Okay, Rock Crest. So again, you want to, it's always, okay, there's even join us right here. Okay, so if you come down here, consultant, blah, 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 blah. Register your resume. Okay. I'm trying, okay. What? Okay, training and support, career advancement, diversity, jobs. Okay, so you can see jobs at Rodskett. So you can always join them. So like I said, as a designer, if I want to work for these people now, I already know what to do, right? I know what to do on the proposal. I can just, send them an email and tell them what I can do to make this platform better. Okay. So they are looking for associate recruiter, lead, blah, 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 senior recruiter, and the rest. Tell us about yourself. Okay. For me now, so you must not, one thing again, you must not find that your role here, like I said, but there are instances where you find that they are looking for a designer, and that is perfect. Okay. You go ahead and apply for it. So this also works faster. So that is direct. Now, another thing I can do is I might do something like, let's say, real estate website in Germany. If I'm looking to work with a real estate website, okay, let me not do Germany because of translates. Let me say in the UK. Okay, in the UK. Now, like I said, don't go for all the whole top ones, okay? Let me just choose one for as an example. Another thing you can do here is if you want to easily get to the website, you go to maps, okay? So as you've clicked real estate website in the UK, you go to maps. So maps will show you all the real estates. You can also use this in Nigeria as well, okay? It works for anywhere. So like I said, you can use anyone, and you can see this estate, blah, 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 guide of property, home goes fast. Now, if I right click here, I can open their website direct from here, okay? I can open their website to learn more about them, okay? So depending on, this is basically how you get remote job. It's not something you sit at home and you get. Okay, already you'll be working from home. So it's not something you just sit and it comes. That's the myth most people think about real estate jobs. Okay, so like if I come to this website now, how can I make this website better? That's the question. How can I make this website better? Now, remember we are still talking about you sending in a portfolio, a proposal, right? This is direct application. Okay. In this case, I can look at this website. If I think the website is fine, good, I move on. But if I see chances are this website can always be better. Are you getting it? This website can always be better. But before I do something like this, I want to also know if they are even still in business. I mean, they don't die. Okay. Before you waste time and send proposal to a company that is struggling to survive, or a company that are folded. So what do I do to even know if this company is still active? I can go ahead and check out their social media pages. Now, if I go to their social media page, I'm probably looking at when last did they post. Okay, those are things I'm probably looking for. When last did they post? Okay, so we can see this one. Oops, it's asking us to log in. I don't want to log in, but you can click and check when last they posted. So if you also come to LinkedIn, you might also want to see when last they posted. So on LinkedIn, we'll soon come to LinkedIn, because on LinkedIn, okay, you can see this is 2 weeks, which shows that they are active. Okay, they are active. If you go to LinkedIn, you can also click on jobs to see if they have any available jobs. So there are no jobs right now, which is why that direct approach will give you more clients faster. So let's come back here. You can now ask, what can you do to make this company better? To make this, of course, if you look at this design, there's a lot to do. Okay, it's not here. I think it's here. Okay, good. You can now look for something you can do and then send them that message. Now, sometimes they might not have a form. So another thing you shouldn't do, don't use like all this company form to send those forms, okay? Don't do that. What you can do is to find out the official mail of these particular people. So they have careers here. Let's take a look at their careers again. So this is one of I'm taking more time on this one because the other ones are quite easy. I'm taking more time here because this is the one I know works most of the time. Okay, so that's why I said you must have these things ready. You just edit based on what you think they do and what they are likely going to need. You must not be redoing things from scratch. Okay. Let's see. Careers, find out more. Working with us. Okay, this one is basically for agents from what you can see here. So sometimes there are some websites you go to, you don't find an email to send. One thing I always do is to check things like careers@theagencyuk.com. I get in, check if that email is working. Or you can use tools such as where is this? Such as Lusha. Okay. I hope you guys are write down this website, everyone. Lusha.com. So I'm just going to paste it there. I don't know. I can't find where is the chat? Okay. So Lusha.com. Now, you might not need to buy, but as time goes on, you might just need to pay the $10, $20. But as a start, you don't need to do that. So someone is saying, I'm using the direct application. I want you to enlighten us more on how to write a good resume that will be so attractive and convincing based on our line of professional specialists. Okay, I will do that shortly. Now, if you come to Lusha, what Lusha does, let me hide this thing again. Okay, good. So what Lusha does is something like this. If you come here, you go to companies. Where is it? Companies. Let me see. Lusha company search. So I'm going to their directory direct. So on this their directory, okay, you have to sign in. I don't want to log in right now. You have to log in. And what happens is that when you log in, if you type in any company name, okay, if you type in any company name on this website, it's going to help you generate the email for maybe their info, email for the careers, email for different people. And they might even show you, that's if you're using the free version, sometimes they will show you the name of the owners of the company. So you can use that name to go and look those people up on LinkedIn and then message them. Sometimes talking to them can also fast track that application process. Okay, so these are just tools you need to know exist. So you can start for free and use them one or two. I think they give some certain number every month. Okay, so you can use Lusha for that. And yeah, that is it. So get your portfolio. Like I said, 4 things. Get your portfolio, your CV, your cover letter, and then your intro letter ready. Okay, you can now use it to actually apply for some of these things using that direct application. You can also do direct application through platforms like LinkedIn, but I always prefer email, because if you send someone a LinkedIn, if the person is not there to look at it, then it's gone. But if you send it via email, even if the person is no longer working there, whoever is going to be handling that email will definitely look at it. Are we together? But like I said, your portfolio needs to be top notch. So whatever it is you are doing, even you that's like a data analyst, you must make sure you have a top notch project on your portfolio, not like a big project per se. So one thing most people mistake is thinking top notch project means big project. It's not a big project, but rather a project that showcases your strengths and your understanding of what you are trying to do. Are we together? Now, that is for Lusha, and also how to go about direct application. So you can use Google, you can use Google Maps. And also sometimes you might want to start small, okay? If you are in Abuja and you are working for a company in Abuja that does not require you to go to a physical office, now remote too. So it's not, you must not start with $1 before you know it's a remote job. So the technique I'm showing you today, you use it, you can apply it to anywhere. If you want to work with a real estate company as their digital marketer, go to Google Map, type real estate company in a particular vicinity. It's going to show you all of them. You can check out their website, you can write them. Maybe before now, you think Instagram is too big to start searching for individual companies. Google Map is a savior in things like that. There are a lot of things you can do right on Google Map. That's why I like it, right? You can use it to pinpoint specific areas, even getting office addresses, right? Like some addresses that might not be, you can see this address now. Sometimes if you go to some people's website, you might not see like official address and emails, but from Google Map, you can actually see it if they have it there. Okay, so that is for the first one we've done so far. The second one now, social networking. Okay, then we talk about platforms. Now, why I put platform last is it's one of the most popular ones that a lot of people use. So I'm going to give you websites. Okay, I'm going to give you websites that actually work for Nigerians, not just any websites where you can do things, apply, and it will be for Igbo people. Okay, website that actually work for people in Nigeria. Social networking. Social networking is just like what we've said so far. Okay, you need to make sure that your social media profile, especially if you're looking for a job in 2024 and above, you want to make sure your social media looks exactly like the job you want to apply for. Okay, in fact, your social media is better with no posts than posts that are not relevant to your profession, especially if you are looking for a job. If you are looking for a job, you need it, right? Because you can use it to now showcase your authority in that particular field, either by sharing your knowledge about a particular topic or sharing what you've done so far. For people that are like data analysts, you can share some project or share your thoughts on specific tool or specific processes. Are you getting it? What do you know about data cleaning? You can share your thoughts on data cleaning, on how best to maximize results when analyzing data and things like that. When you use your social media to share contents like this, it helps you become like an authority. And from there, you can begin to search for job, right? One of the ways to search for a job is you can simply go to platforms like LinkedIn. You can go to platforms like Twitter, okay? So on LinkedIn, I hope you guys can still see me. On LinkedIn, come here. Facebook. On Facebook. I will on Facebook, on Twitter, and all those things. You click on jobs, right? But remember, your profile is already optimized. When you click on jobs, okay, I think we registered as this is our corporate account, not my personal account. So if you are using your personal account, if you come to jobs, you are likely going to see jobs pasted. But like I said, this one now is like through social media, right? So sometimes a lot of people would apply for those jobs. And that thing you could do is what a lot of people call Boolean search, whereby you do some search here with some apostrophe and plus sign and type in the kind of job you are looking for. That way, it's not only going to show you the jobs. I can't reach right now. I'm using the company style. So it's not going to just show you jobs that people listed as jobs, because the jobs you see here are basically people telling LinkedIn that they are looking for a particular role, okay? Most people don't do that. Most people on LinkedIn and most companies on LinkedIn might just share that they're hiring on their profile as a post, okay, as a post. So when you see things like that, you can now click and send the person like a message, or you can just comment on that. Again, it is not easy. I do tell people getting the job is a little bit much more difficult than actually doing the job, okay? So you have to give it your all. If you really want this, trust me, it is not something you do lackadaisically. You have to like give yourself and say, okay, for the next 2 months, I'm going to get a remote job. You have your strategy, right? Like by strategy, I mean have the kind of people you want to work with. Yes, chances are if you just see one or two other people, not much interest, but you can still apply. But have some group of companies or a kind of business and brand you really want to work with. Get an Excel file, okay? Make the Excel file, write something like company name, your application, and then the status. When you send to any application, you paste the company name there. If they get back to you, come back to that Excel and say, okay, they got back to me. Did you go for the interview? Like that, you can keep track of things, okay? Other than that, on social media, what you also do, like I said, if you are like a designer, don't always be so concerned about other designers retweeting your work, because that will just go a little bit far. It won't give you the result you are looking for. What you want to do is to find groups or forums that you have interest in, okay? Groups or forums that you have interest in. Those are the kind of groups you should join. So even as a designer, for instance, and I want to like work with a Web3 company, if I join some Web3 forums, since I have interest, if there's a conversation going on, I can actually partake in that conversation, drop some comments, and eventually, if there is an opportunity or within some times, I can find a way to drop in that I'm a designer, right? Some forums might not allow you to do some advert or to say, if you need your website design, contact me. Some forums do not allow that, and they might even remove you from the group. So what you do most of the time, as you are dropping that comment, right, you can even use something like, well, as a designer myself, this is what I probably think can be done. Now, person who don't read and don't read that, you don't already know, say you are a designer, right? So these are the people. Follow your customers. Don't follow your competition. If you are looking for a job, follow your customers. Go to where your customers are. Are you getting it? So that is how you use social media. The same thing with Twitter. Twitter, you want to join people you are likely going to work. For instance, a designer. A designer's best group to join, right, aside business groups, will be developer groups. That's if you have any interest in those kind of things. Because a developer will get a job to build the websites, and he will look for a designer that can design the websites. A designer gets a design job, he will not look for a designer that can design the website. Are you getting it? But make sure you don't over spam the group. Okay? And with LinkedIn, keep writing. With Twitter, keep writing, keep sharing. These are things that make you authority in those kind of groups. So when it comes to social, we talked about LinkedIn, we talk about Twitter, we talk about Instagram, and the last one is Discord. Okay, Discord. Those ones, if you want to become like a technical writer, I think those are the ones you mainly see on Discord. Technical writers, programmers, mainly Web3 programmers. You can also find designers. So you can join some Discord server and you just discuss, and from time to time, you're able to get jobs from those platforms. Okay, so we'll still send the link. We'll compile a link because we can't necessarily send all the links we have or go through one of them, go through each of them one after the other. So be expecting to get a link where you can get all these things easily, okay? But make sure you take note as well. So that's for social. The last one, which is the most popular one, before we now talk about the last thing, which is how do you optimize your CV and things like that, and we round up for the day. I was actually working with an hour, 30 minutes. Let's see. But by the way, before we continue, any questions so far? Are you picking out one or two things from this class? Any question? If there's no question, someone should help me write on. Okay, so no questions, right? Okay, good. So the last one is platforms. So platforms, like I said, this is the one that people are very used to. So with platforms, you literally want to go and register on some job board and then, hope for the best. But yes, it's good to hope for something, but you also want to be strategic about it. And like I said, I'm going to be sharing some of the most effective ones that I've used. Let me close this. Okay, let me just open it. If you are looking for freelance, if you are looking for a freelance job, if you want to start with a freelance job, your best route is platforms and social media. Okay? Platforms and social media. So if you want to work with a company, you can use social media, you can, reach out to them and, send them proposals and things like that. The same thing works on Twitter, the same thing works on Facebook, the same thing works on Discord. So if you want to go this freelancing platform way, you want to try social media. But when you want to use platforms for freelancing, one of the biggest one out there, like I said, I'm sharing things that only works in Nigeria, that can work for Nigerians. There are a lot of websites, but most of the time they are country or region specific. Now, Upwork is a huge one. Almost, I'm sure all of you here, you know about Upwork, okay? Now, depending on how good your portfolio is, and you also don't want to spend money on Connect, okay? You don't want to spend so much money on Connect. Most of the time, what I do with Upwork most of the time is especially if I don't, for design majorly, a lot of them might identify in the design brief, they might tell you their website. Okay. So what I do most of the time is if I see it on the website, if I see their website in the job description, I can actually use it and go and do a direct proposal application, right? Because if you leave it on Upwork, you might have 100 people, 200 people, 300 people bid for the same job, and it might take more time, okay? But if you have the company, whatever they are asking people to do, just do a part of it. But like I said, that's for design. For a data analyst, it might be different. So Upwork is one of the places where you can actually get remote freelance job as a Nigerian. Okay. The only disadvantage or the only complaint a lot of people have on Upwork is you need lots of experience to actually survive on Upwork. And that is something most people won't tell you. So for me personally, if you are just starting out, I'll recommend the social media route. If you have 50,000, okay? If you have 50,000, instead of using 50,000 to buy Connect on Upwork, especially if you are just starting out, instead of using 50,000 to buy Connect on Upwork, I would rather use 50,000 to promote my profile on Instagram. Okay? I would rather use that 50,000 to promote my profile on Instagram. Now, if I promote my profile on Instagram with 50,000, if I do my targeting well, I will reach up to 10 to 15,000 people on Instagram. And there's no way I'll complete it, except again, your portfolio and your profile is not great. There is no way as a designer, as a social media marketer. In fact, if you're a social media marketer, don't sit down. You can't say you're a social media marketer and you don't know how to market yourself. So the job you are looking for, what do you want to do for the business? So as a social media marketer, create your profile, okay? Use that 50,000 you would use to sign up for Connect and promote yourself. Promote yourself, telling businesses you can help them manage their social media accounts. Pass like that. I'm sure some of you have seen all those people doing it. The problem with most of us is that when we see all those people doing those ads, we laugh at them. Hey. Either we laugh at them or we feel like there's something they have that we don't have. Okay? They are making their cool money. I also have my Instagram page where I run ads. So don't think people are just sitting down and remote work is pursuing them all around. No. Okay? You don't sit down and remote work pursue you everywhere. If you have, instead of buying, like I said, Upwork is a little bit saturated, and people are looking for the best of the best. All these Indians, when they sleep for nights, they are learning. Is who you want to go and be competing on Upwork with you when you say even to complete your portfolio. You've not completed your portfolio. You want to go and do with compete with Indians. That does not mean you won't get a job, okay? That doesn't mean you won't get a job. But I'm trying to tell you that Upwork works great if you have portfolio, a large pool of portfolio, okay? Because when you apply for anything on Upwork, they are going to. So instead of using 50,000 to buy Connect, which you connect, and the connection successful, just use that 50,000. Run ads, okay? Run ads. Start locally. That's why I said remote job. Your first remote job must not be in dollar. There are people that got a job of 20,000 naira, 50,000 naira before they started getting a job of $100, $200, $500, $1,000, $5,000, and $6,000. So don't think you just land where some people have special grace. So let me not rule that out. But if we are 100 here, those people, they 5. Then they 5. Okay. So please, this is what you should do. Know that there's Upwork. So like I said, most of the time, the way I use Upwork is not the way most people use Upwork. So I can come to Upwork, look for a specific job. For instance, I can look for, let's say, UI UX. Okay. If I search, since it's what I do, what is this? I look for jobs. It show talent. No, we need be the talent. Okay. So where is my filter? If you don't want to cry when applying for jobs on Upwork, try as much as possible to use your filters. If not, you are going to cry. Because if you, where is the filter now? Is it because I'm not logged in? Okay. I zoomed out. I started looking for it. Now, if you are new on Upwork, please don't just come here and type UI UX. Use filters. If not, you are going to cry. You can see this person want to fix bugs and issues with her Elementor team websites, and he want it's hourly. Okay, it's fair. I thought it's $10 to $20, but trust me, there are some wicked people on Upwork. You know, they get the job and they come to Upwork to subcontract it. Some people are even subcontractors of subcontractors. So the money keeps going down. If the main company wants to pay $100, they come on Upwork, they give it to someone that says they can do the job, right? And the person comes to Upwork and look for people. Now, I'm not saying this to bash them. I'm saying this so you can also take note. Some of you here looking for a remote job, to be honest, you can't even do it. You are tired already. In fact, this class, the whole class, is already making you tired because you are thinking immediately after this class, you will hand out remote work. But the reality is that in this remote work, you must also work for it. You can go position well. You also come to work Upwork. You create your profile as a work person, not talent. Okay, not a talent. You position your Upwork as a company. When they give you the job, you come to Upwork. You get someone to do the job. You share the money. So if the person can of offers of Upwork, that's what they do. I'm just telling you, if you don't know, that is what they do. A lot of Nigerians, this is where they sleep on, right? So all of them follow the end of the day and the money you are looking for. If you are doing something like this, nobody knows that. So if you're actually looking for a job, what you want to do is once you come here, based on your confidence, and based on what you want to earn, make sure you use these filters. If you know, say, na entry level, they look for, if you're looking, sorry, let's go back to Queen's English, okay? I thought I was on Design Gates, this Terra Skills. So if you're looking for entry-level jobs, what you want to do is to go ahead and click on entry level. So it filters it, okay? If you are looking for intermediate jobs, you go ahead and search for what? Intermediate jobs. So let's go here. Is it hourly you want or fixed? For me, I like fixed jobs. Hourly pays better, but I like fixed job. Reason being that with hourly, they want to milk you. Yeah, but it depends on the client you're working with. So for me, I like going with fixed, okay? And you put in the minimum amount you are looking for. So you can say minimum $200 and maximum maybe 5,000. Okay? Checking all this. 100, 1,000. So you don't time because minutes people are posting for 11 minutes, 5 minutes ago. You don't want to be checking things you are not qualified for. So you use this and you can look for 1 to 9 hires. That means they've done jobs with Upwork before. Now, the advantage of choosing things like this is you can avoid time wasters and scammers. Okay. I used to templates. What some people also do on Upwork is they come and position as if they want to give job. Okay. They position as if they want to give. I can also do this. You position as if you want to make sure you don't meet those people is to activate this 1 to 9 hires. That way you are sure they've hired people. Also, you can use this to escape scammers. Don't forget, there are scammers everywhere. Can you guys hear me? My network.
We are hearing.
Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Yes. Yes, we are hearing you, sir.
Okay, awesome. So don't forget, you want to be careful as well. Okay. When I'm done, I'll teach you the last part, which is the security part. Okay. So you want to make sure you activate this 1 to 9 hires. Then I can work anytime. I actually like working at night, so I hardly do this. But if you know you like your night sleep, you can choose a time zone. Okay. You can also choose client location to avoid some of you, once you hear this thing, remote work, you don't just want to use E and hear Nigerian companies. But the thing is that there are also some Nigerian companies that do remote work, okay? And so you can also come here and search by countries, if it's US or the rest. So the next thing I want to do here now is, once I've done all this search and hourly pay week, you do all these things, but these ones I did here are the most used ones that I do, okay? And I'll now come and check what I want exactly, and I'll start filtering. So seeking freelance developer, because I'm not a developer, so I was okay. Real estate lead, okay, lead generator. Let me see. Where is it? Okay, sorry. I forgot to do UI UX design. Product design. This is it, yeah. You can also do web design. Oh, sorry. Let me use this thing. Web design, or when I'm searching, I normally do WordPress or Figma. Where is it? Web design. Web design, subcategory web design. Okay. I can also do Why is it not showing this UI design? Let me do design again. Design and creative. Okay. Let me also add more. I can see embroidery design. Let me zoom backwards. I don't know what this thing is doing. Am I back to talent? Okay. Category, design and creative or design. Where is it? Product design. So if you are looking for like branding and logo design, this is where you get it. Where is my web? Okay. Okay. So this is probably where I'll come to. So design a website landing page and presentation on Canva. Design UI UX design are needed. Okay, so let me show you this one. For instance, this one, I just want to show you something I likely do. Update website pages and all these things, seeking blah blah blah, mobile app designer. Okay, so for this one, if I was looking for a job, I would definitely apply for this one because it matches what I'm looking for. But please apply based on your strengths. Okay, don't go and be choosing those $5,000 jobs when you know you just finished your training. Yeah. In fact, if they even call you and say they've given you the job, you might even faint. So, okay. So this is what I wanted to show you guys, okay? So if I come to Upwork, I hardly apply straight from Upwork. Like I said, you see a lot of people applying. So you can see as an e-commerce marketplace, we would like to hire, build a web app and intuitive navigation for our site, deal. You can see they pasted it here. So all I need to do is to read about it and then go to that website. But if you have an Upwork account, clearly see what they are doing. Now, if everyone is applying, instead of applying, I send them in a proposal and I go to their contactors and send it to them. I just do like one screen. Are you getting it? This is from a designer's point of view. Are you getting it? So, I'm coming. I think I have some questions here. Okay. So from a designer's point of view, I come here, I might just redesign this, right? And send them a message. This will go a long way to help. So that is how I use Upwork. But aside that, let's take a look at some job boards that work for Nigerians. But before that, let me take questions. Someone said, evening, sir. Well done, sir. I just want to thank you for today's lesson. I think we have learned a lot today pertaining to job opportunity, most especially how to use job platform methods to get job. Thank you. Okay. Any other question?
Yes,
If
sir.
you have questions, make sure you post them. We're almost rounding up now.
Hello, sir. Thank you very
Now,
much.
the last part you want to do, aside all these things, the last part you want to do is going to platforms. One of the most popular platforms is Indeed. Okay? Is on Indeed. So you can use Indeed to search for jobs and specify that you want it remote. Okay? Now, Indeed is different from LinkedIn. Remember, on LinkedIn, we talk about it's a social platform. LinkedIn, Twitter, they are social platforms. What is it called? Discord, they are all social platforms. But this one are job portals, okay? Job portals, you can use Indeed. So I'm going to be pasting the link here, indeed.com. So indeed.com. So I'm pasting it right here. Okay. Okay, indeed.com. Okay, you can go to indeed.com, type in the job you are looking for, the state, these are self-explanatory, and then find job, and as well as using the filters to find them. Again, the technique here is when you apply for a job, in most cases, if you really want the job, don't sleep. Don't apply and go and sleep. In some cases, you want to search for the recruiter's name on LinkedIn and reach out to them personally. That is the reality. Are we together? In most cases, you want to try that technique as well. But first of all, make sure you apply, because this is where your CV, your portfolio, and that introduction comes in handy. Instead of just sending your CV, you can add a little bit of introduction and how you can help the company. So anytime you're applying for a job, the last thing you want to do is to come in here, see a job, and apply. If you keep doing that, you can apply for 1 year, you will not see any callback. So anytime you're applying for a job, try visit the website, learn a little bit more about the company. Then you can infuse 1 or 2 things that they do into your pitch or introduction letter. Are you getting it? It will convert more, especially those of you here that are digital marketers. If you are trying to sell something, you want to make sure it converts. So in the same way, you want to make sure that your CV is able to convert to get you jobs, right? Another one we often use is Well-Found. Okay, so I'm going to paste this one. This one works well for designers, programmers, data analysts. Okay, and customer service. I think those are the ones I know. I know people that have gotten, right? So you have to sign up. So these are basically the same thing. You have to sign up here. I don't have my account logged in. You sign up here and then you apply for jobs. Again, when you're applying for these jobs, the key takeaway here, don't just go and send. Especially a lot of people do this where they just click on apply, they say upload CV, send. When you finish sending, take note of that company's name. Take note of the hiring managers. Now, that's the advantage of this platform. They show you who is hiring you. You can go to their profile and send them that your intro message. Are we together? Only a few people do this. Majority of people will just click apply and go and sleep. You might get it, but there are other people doing more than you that just apply and went to sleep. And that is the truth. Those people are 1 step ahead of you. Okay, so we have Well-Found. I've pasted it. So if you are a designer, if you are a data analyst, this is awesome for you. If you're a customer rep person, this is also great for you. Okay, then we have remoteok.com. Okay, like I said, there are a lot. You see a lot. If you even go to Google and search for remote work, you see a lot of them online. But these few I'm sharing with you today are the ones I know work for people in Nigeria. I didn't actually get. Meanwhile, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir.
Okay. So I pasted another site. A lot of jobs, so you have to sign up with them. Okay, sign up, and you can see a lot of jobs right here. You can see your content writing, developer, engineering. So don't forget, you can always search. Okay, so for someone like me, I might just type in UI UX, okay, or product design, and it's going to filter it and then get it for me. This network, I don't know. And you can also come in here, sorry. This Zoom is taking everything away. So let me come in here and so you can see product designer, okay? And then it filters the jobs for me, and I can come here and choose location, salary, benefit, or whatever I want. But I can see this particular one, 40K, and it's closed already. But when you sign in, you are going to get more options, okay? When you sign in, you are going to get more options, and you are able to go ahead and apply. But already this one is closed. So this one Okay. Now, the takeaway is this is 2024. This is 20. Aside what we job. If I'm always using design because I'm a designer and these are things that have worked for me. As a designer, the more you do designs, the more you share, especially in 2024, if you've not before, the more you do your designs, the more you share your designs. Sometimes even on social media, people will reach out to you. Another key takeaway is if you have 50,000 to buy Upwork Connect, use it and promote your profile first. Okay, you have more return on investment. Then use the free Connect on Upwork to keep trying your best. And I think that is the last thing we are taking today. And on the security part, please, there is no remote job where you are supposed to pay a specific amount of money before they give you the job. Once it's like that, just know that you are about to be remotely scammed where you are looking for remote job. They will job you. You are going to see a lot of them on platforms like Fiverr, on platforms like Upwork, even on social media. So some of the format include someone reaching out to you and said they've gone through your profile, even when you don't get any design work or portfolio. They will tell you, and this is why people fall for it. They will tell you they've gone through your portfolio and you are amazing. They're inspired by your work and would like you to work for them. You know in your heart of heart, you don't have a portfolio anywhere, and you feel like, thank you, that is what I do. And it's a good. You're going to say yes because you remove up and they will pay you. Okay. First thing is they will now say, okay, we need your email, right? So we can send you this information as well as your phone number and everything. You are going to send it. When you send it, they are likely going to send you something to your email and ask you to email maybe their CEO with your CVs and your resume. You are going to click on that link. And that link is going to bring you to something that looks like Instagram or Facebook, where you are trying to connect with the CEO. And you are going to log in. And when you log in, you won't be able to log out. And tomorrow, when you want to log into your Facebook, you are going to see that Facebook is going to tell you that this is not Jeffrey Chan. Okay, you know that now to see right now, some of them will be like that they really want to work with you, but some of the people they've gotten in the past are all lazy people and don't do great work. So they want to be sure you can do this work. So for them to be sure you can do this work, because it's not everyone that they are really considering. They are just considering a few people. And this job is going to be paying $2,000 per month. So in order to select those few people, they only need you to apply with, and the truth is they are not looking for plenty money. They just want $50. And the job is going to pay $2,000. And you use that $50 that you are supposed to use and promote your accounts on social media and pay Facebook to help your life. You will go and use it and give an Indian man somewhere or another of our brother in Surulere. You are going to pay that $50 and you will not hear from them again. A lot of them are also on Upwork. They will try to take the conversation outside Upwork. Once someone on Upwork is trying to take the conversation outside Upwork and you are not the one that initiated it, just know it's likely going to be scam. Also, if you get the offer, if you see the ads on Upwork and you're trying to use direct application method, don't say you saw it on Upwork. Just say you came across their site and you feel like it will need an upgrade, and this is what you are proposing. Okay? If you say you saw it on Upwork, they might be skeptical, or they might want you to go and apply through Upwork, and you go and join the bandwagon. So that is all from us today. I hope you've learned one or two things. If the main key takeaway here today, to start your remote job hunt, okay, I tell people, okay, your first job, your first job as someone looking for a job is looking for a job. So don't look for a job as if you have a job, and that is what most of you do. Your first job as someone that is unemployed is looking for a job. Your name, Mike Opara, position, looking for a job. Do it with due diligence and strategy. Okay? Identify the people you want to work with. Define strategy. Your results. Get fresh where you are going to be noting companies you have applied to or applying to. Are you getting it? It's important. It's important. And based on research, like I said, applying for a job is a job. Okay? Applying for a job is a job. Based on research, the average job you should be applying to every day if you are looking for a job, the average is 15. 15. Also, please, this 15 shouldn't take you more than 30 minutes. If it's taking you more than 30 minutes, that means you don't have all these things that I've said aligned, okay? Like I said, get your CV, your portfolio, your cover letter, and your introduction ready. Highest 1 hour. 1 hour, okay? 1 hour. So it's like a part-time job. Looking for a job is a part-time job. But if you want to make it a full-time job, that is fine. You might as well start making content about looking for a job on TikTok. That one might even give you followers and more, more money if you want to take it full-time. Okay? So like I said, we are going to be sharing some documents with you. Okay? We are going to be sharing some documents with you by next week. It is going to contain a list of jobs. Going to come with some documents like contract documents. Okay, you can use those documents, tailor it to what you want. Are you getting it? And then for your CV optimizations, you can reach out to TerraSkills. So TerraSkills offer a CV optimization service. So you can reach out to them. Remember, before you reach out to them, try to tell them some of those companies you want to work with and what you want to work as, right? So you can reach out to them and they will help you arrange your CV. Now, for those of you doing product design, for your portfolio, we are going to be designing your portfolio together. And trust me when I said, if your portfolio is good, we have some students. For instance, this is our student. Let me share one of our students that just completed their portfolio, although they are still working on it. But I'm just sharing this to inspire you. Okay, so you can't have this type of portfolio and you apply for a job and they will think you are just beginning. Okay, you can see everything is looking demure, everything is looking very mindful, everything is looking very, what else? Okay, you are going to be setting up your portfolio. So we have for samples. This one is just it's just remaining some product design, portfolio together. If you do digital marketing, I think you'll be paired with someone to work with you on your portfolio as well. And for your CV, reach out to the admin. Okay, it's very important. If there's any other thing you want to know about remote work, we have 6 minutes more. Just drop it right in the comment section so I can answer you. Then we round up. I can't tell you guys, so just drop it as a comment. If there's a specific thing, this what I just give you guys is like, what if you have CV before? Okay, the truth is, if you have CV before and you've applied to 50 jobs with that CV and you didn't get any feedback, the problem might be the CV. Okay, the problem might be the CV. So you can discuss with the Tera Skill admin to find a way to optimize your CV. Also, if you are here, just know that not be one CV, then they use look for work. You need to have at least one CV targeted based on your strategy, targeted at those people you want, and 2 other extra CVs that you can easily edit to match the job skills, okay? When you see an opening you're applying for, make sure all the skills they list is very important. If you see a sample job, let's say UI UX job on LinkedIn. Where is LinkedIn? Let me say UI UX job on you can actually come across your CV. Okay, so don't think you are going to have one CV that you use for everything. That's laziness. Now, okay. Okay. Now, if you are trying to apply for this job, if you scroll down here, you are going to see tracking system, that is ATS. This one is computer. You know that you are a prayer warrior. It's not seeing most of those things. System skills we are looking for. So all the CVs coming in, if they don't have like 8% of the skill, you don't want to see it. Okay, those ones they don't even tell you you know path. You don't hear from them. That is the end. You've been forgotten inside the abyss of the ATS. So what you want to do, first make sure you click on show qualifications and copy all these things. Find a way to make sure all these things is listed under your skills. Okay, like this one now, as a UI UX designer, I'll make sure I go and I add all these things to my skills. Okay, that way the applicants can actually, the ATS can actually push my, what is it called? It can actually push my CV to a human being. It's the human being that can now see that, oh, I attend a Winners Chapel. Or this or that. Are you getting? Or it's even a human being that can now review your portfolio. Okay, so if you already have a CV and you've been applying and you don't have job yet, maybe it's time to take a look at that your CV, and then the CV also take a look at you. So 2 of you will know where the problem is for. And yes, another thing, if you've worked on your CV, you worked on your portfolio, it's looking great and all this, you keep applying. After 2 years, you no get this remote job. Try local job. Anyway, that's just on a lighter note. Okay, that's just on a lighter note. But yeah, yeah, try local job. Highest when you get money, if they Go to Burundi and change it to dollar. uh, any other questions? Might end up doing, because most people like collecting these documents and keeping it as evidence, but they don't use it, and it's a waste. So, but we'll share it. TerraSkill is benevolent enough, so we are going to share it. At my end, we like request for it before we send it out. Okay, so it includes contract, your contracts, letters, how you the message you send to customer. Don't carry it like that. There. You are going to see my name there. So better read and don't go and send my wheels when your name is Olamiju Opeyemi. Edit it to match your own, right? We are definitely going to share them. If you are here, but you are not part of the TerraSkill community, do well to join the TerraSkill community so you can get, because it will be shared on the TerraSkills community platforms, okay? And if you are not even skilled, if you don't have a digital skill, no remote work for you. That's the reality. So first off, you want to get a digital skills, okay? For those of you that have done the training, for those of you that have done the training, do your portfolio. Remember the first thing I showed you guys. Your portfolio. So please, okay. Any other question? I think we are done. I hope you guys learned one or two when it comes to job searching. Hopefully, this strategy on how you jobs online, and also I've given some websites where you can actually use applying. Again, if you need help, reach out to the TerraSkill community, post it, okay? It's very, very important, irrespective of the skill you have. If you have money for Upwork Connect, go and use it for Instagram ads. Money na money. Your connect will finish, and then you'll be disconnected. But Instagram ad, you will definitely see someone, even if not people they sell wig, you will definitely see someone say, manage my ads for me, manage my page for me, right? That's another form of freelancing I like. If you get 5 businesses, even as you are in Nigeria, the least people manage social media pages in Nigeria remotely is 70,000. If you have 5 companies or 5 brands, all this giving you 7,000 free months to manage their social media. That's good money. You can use that good money. You can use it from there. You can use it and buy connect on. Get reach. More simply, the same city, but we're actually targeting outside companies. That's why we have this class, okay? So everything we've done on this class is to target companies that are outside, but you can still implement the strategy for companies within. So thank you so much for coming in today. We are from TerraSkill. Thank you guys for having me. I think I did reclaim the host. Let me stop sharing my screen. Since there are no questions, thank you so much, guys, for attending. Bye.
Hi guys, good evening. Did I enter late or what? Or has the program been concluded?
She has traveled. Ṣebí wọ́n ní tó fún ṣe travel. Ó ṣe travel lé. Kí ló tún ṣe? Rewrite. Yeah, I would.